Welcome back to the Mega Man 6 playthrough. Now we're going on to Tomahawk Man. And he represents America! And the West, of course. Which reminds me, I need to see this film called Westworld. It's a very old film, but I think it's something about a simulated paradise or something with robotics and stuff. It's supposed to be good. And it replicates old historical places. Alright, in these last 4 stages, there's something unique. Each stage has a... Oh yeah, that was a mini-boss. Each stage has an alternate exit where you can get these beat letters. And if you collect all the letters, you get to your bird friend beat. Which you can become quite helpful. There's Eddie, always helpful. You can take the cool thing about this game, it has all these multiple paths. I'm just going to take the bottom one because I like that sunset. The upper path has an E-tank, so if you want one of those, go right ahead, but I think I'm good. This game hands out E-tanks like candy, which probably why it's regarded as one of the easiest Mega Man games. Alright, let's get Flame Blast out. I love the soundtrack of this game, it's really good. Alright, now if you want to go get the letter, you go down the bottom path, but I'm gonna visit someone really quick. He's an old friend of ours. Sorta hard to get to, but... See ya, Proto Man. He gives us the item equalizer. So now whenever we pick up an item, every time we pick up a weapon energy, it automatically filters out throughout all our weapons. Which is really useful. Alright, let's see. Alright, here's the jet form. It allows Mega Man to jet around. Also makes him look like he has a pair of breasts sometimes. Am I the only one who sees that? I mean, it's most notable when he flies. Alright, so now we're gonna take the alternate path. By the way, that platform right there is very Castlevania. Because when you step on it, it flips around. There's a lot of those in Castlevania 3 and 4. Okay, Tomahawk Man, you're weak to the plant barrier. So now I get to show off the plant barrier, which is terrible. Because you can't shoot it, so you have to get really close to Tomahawk Man. And that's pretty much suicide because his body does a lot of damage. I didn't really fight him the best way I could, honestly. But I would wait for him to shoot and then run into him. So we get a silver tomahawk, so now we can shoot axes at people. Which is pretty hilarious because it's a pretty good item. Alright, next is Yamato Man. And he's based off, and his nationality is Japan. And he's in the impenetrable fortress with all these adorable Tanuki robots. Seems about right. And I think those are Tanukis. You know, the little bear thing that Mario transforms into. Also, I didn't talk about the power form. And I didn't get to show off the animation too. The power form gives Mega Man boxing gloves. Allows him to punch stuff. It's pretty cool. That's all you need to know. Fire blast, please. Thank you. We have a mini-boss up here. This is the only place you'll be able to see him in the game. You can completely skip him if you take another path in this level. But some dude riding a frog. Free E-Tank if you want it. It's not hard to max out on the E-Tanks. Every level almost has one, at least one. There's some that have two. Alright, the alternate path is up at top. Any path that requires a rush adapter is where you're gonna find the beat letters. So it's always going to require a rush adapter. And I'm quite a fan of the adapters because they don't, unlike the Rush Jet and the Rush Coil, they don't require, they're unlimited, so you're guaranteed not to get stuck on places. Alright, Yamato Man is weak to the Silver Tomahawk because axes beat up robots pretty well. It's funny, his Mega Man and base profile says that he respects Nightman, but he hates English. Which is odd. Anyway, that was Nightman. He's dead. Nightman, I meant to say Yamato Man. He's not too bad to fight with the Mega Buster. All he does is... he doesn't do too much. Even though I got hit every single time. Oh god. I'm sorry, I'm just terrible at this game. Yamato Spirit, pretty much a power-up version of your Mega Buster. Off to Nightman. I think he represents England, if I'm correct. And he's very medieval, the way he is. It's sort of funny having a castle-themed location when all the final levels in previous Mega Man games have been called castles. But I like this place. It feels appropriate. Especially with all these booby traps. Especially that one. It feels really appropriate. I almost missed that jump. These do not feel appropriate. That's all I'm going to say. Yeah, this game's really bright. It loves its purples. Its bright neon colors and purples. You're going to see how truly fabulous this game can get later. Never got what those guys were supposed to be. Are they supposed to be like snake charmers, or just people living in baskets? Hey Eddie. I'm good, thank you. And since the little title card before this level said Capital of Science, these guys are wearing little... Oh my gosh, I can't believe I don't know the name of those hats. I'm sorry, I shouldn't be doing this just because of that. I feel ashamed. But yeah, they're wearing their little scholar hats. Don't mind me, I'm just getting battered about. Might have to use the E-Tank now. But Nightman's pretty easy, so I might be able to take it. If anything, I'm not going to risk an extra life. There we go. It's weak to the Yamato Spirit. Since I'm just guessing that Nightman is used for historical purposes. You know, historical reenacting and stuff, since all Rub Masters have a purpose. Now, Nightman's a pretty good challenge with the Mega Buster if you're just, you know, Buster only him, because you can only hit him when his shield is down. So if you want to challenge, he's probably one of the more challenging Rub Masters to take with the Mega Buster. Now, Night Crush, I think it's probably one of the most underrated weapons. You can shoot it in 3 different directions, and it sort of boomerangs back to you. It does a lot of damage. Alright, last up is Centaur Man. And he's based on Greece. As regard why his stage is water themed, by the way, I like the look of the water in this stage, it's really nice, especially the top of the water at the bottom. Anyway, always, you know the animal that represents the Greek god Poseidon? I always sort of thought of it as Poseidon's, the animal that represents him mostly is horses. So I always thought centaur, horse, sort of the same thing, sort of not. And that, you know, Poseidon has some weird connection with horses, so I always thought of it that way. And if you don't know, Poseidon is the Greek god of water. He is pretty much the brother of Zeus. And I think the animal that represents Zeus was like an eagle or something. I'm pretty sure, because he's considered the god of the sky. Suicidal bots. I don't know what's up with them. Yeah, and you're not tripping or anything. There's literally water on the ceiling. Apparently, Centaur Man has some ability to control gravity or something. I don't know. Distort dimensions. That's what his Mega Man base profile means. Says, but I don't know if centaurs really have that ability. Free man, don't need it. And submarines in the sky. I swear the stage. Let me show off Night Crush. So, it can shoot in 3 different directions. I think it's one of the better items in the game. Alright, I think there's a squid up here. So I'm gonna whip out the old Fire Blast. There is the beat door, so let me get my jetpack. Also, this is another reason this is one of my favorite Mega Man games, just because it's a jetpack. Enough said. Mega Man has a jetpack. Alright, Centaur Man. He's pretty easy. My favorite part about this boss is the little prattle sound he makes when he walks around. I'll try to be quiet so you can hear it. I love it. I loves it, I loves it, I loves it. Oh yeah, and that was Centaur Man. He's pretty easy. If you want to take him on first, go ahead. You just won't get the beat letter if you really want it. So that's it for all the Robot Masters. In the next part, we'll be taking on Mr. X and Centaur Flash. It's just a screen nuking weapon that does a fixed amount of damage to opponents. So I'll see you guys later.